Hello, YouTube world. My name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Picker channel. You came back? Why? Sure glad you did. Little Tesla for the early morning. How's it going, Glenn? Appreciate you for joining. What you been selling? What's hot for you? I'm selling my Albert Pujols card so fast. I think I need to. Someone's going in and wiping me out. It's all the same person. Well, I kind of had these cards for this exact moment. Honestly, he's getting ready to have his last year, and he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Hey, how's it going, Adam? I was gonna break out some records. See if I can play this real quick. Ha. I'm sorry. I just learned that one. I better not play that. Doesn't sound very good. New bluegrass. Just think of David Gilmour. I love the way he could bend that. It's crazy. You see, that's his half, that's his full, that's his full and a half, and that's two. He bent. It was Gilmore. I want to study him, but it'd be just like forget everything else and just study David Gilmour because it's just too hard. I'm too much acoustic, I guess. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Did I hear something about an auction you were having going? Is that right? If you have an auction, throw it up in the chat. Unless I don't have your wrench. Now for one of my favorites. I really messed this one up. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Jen. What's up, fam? Cop Nation, Josh Hendricks. Josh Hendricks. I know it, Josh. What's up, Joe? Hey, Joe. What up, Greg? That was a cool auction you guys had. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely fine by me. Any auction links. Thanks everybody for joining. Little guitar, little chit chat. Yeah, I'm sitting here and I've had 5 of my big money pools cards go in the last 12 hours, which is good. But I think I need to price them up. That's what's weird about. I'm always smart about having my cards ready because now people are thinking about Pujols last year. He's going to retire. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Now people are like, I'm going to buy his cards up. Well, I bought them 2006 and just been waiting. Didn't know when I was going to do it. I thought he might go have a better career, but he still had his numbers are insane. So people are kind of stocking up while they can. I have a bunch I'm going to send off to PSA. That's why I'm selling these. These aren't real gradable. That's kind of the difference. I'll sell the stuff that I'm not going to grade. What up, Crocker Lockers? Still playing that axe? What do you play? I forget. I think you played like a Fender style, didn't you? I can't remember. You've been on for charity, but today's first. That's cool. What time is it? I can't remember. I just overheard it when I was. I have a background. I list all the time, and I'm just sometimes not paying attention. So if I don't respond to people in the comments, it's literally because I'm taking pictures, listening. I'm just listening, and I can jump in every once in a while. So don't be offended. I apologize. Or I'm listening to music, playing guitar. I shouldn't do that, but I have to. I'd like too many things. I know I'm not getting full percent out of it, but that's why I try to block out times. I don't just do guitar then, but I block out times where I just do guitar and focus on that. Just do my exercise, and then later on mix them all in just when I feel like it. And that way I try to get the bare minimum done, and then everything else is bonus, if that makes any sense. That's why I try to get that stuff out of the way early. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that like that clean telly sound. I'd like to have one. I'd like to have a telly, and I'd like to have a Les Paul too. We need a singer. Where's Dana? Thanks for coming in and chatting. Give me something to do before I have a listathon. So I love, I'm buying on auctions, listing. I'm selling stuff, watching auctions, buying. It's coming. I mean, I love the YouTube auctions. I only bid on 1 out of every 100 auctions, but when I do, it's a good one usually. If you see me bidding, you probably ought to bid too. But I bid on things that other people just don't want. It's like I used to go in tease because she was mainly selling jewelry and stuff, her and Donatella. And then, they started buying those storage units. And so the people that were in there weren't used to what they were selling now. And so I was getting great deals because there was no one bidding on video games and stuff like that, baseball cards. And I have a baseball card shop, 2 or 3 of them in antique malls, flea markets. So it's perfect for me. Yep, got that. Everybody likes that clean sound. Hey, I get it. You can make it sound crunchy too, but it's famous for its. Better be a good player. Oh, nice. Right on. Man, I did an AC/DC short and it ended up doing awesome. You need to put out some shorts. That's fun. They and only 4% of my viewers were from the United States. So, but it was still the most. So it was 1% to they put me on YouTube around the world. because everything else is 1.1% or 1.4 or something like that. Strange. It was weird to see and it was a lot of kids that were watching because it had like my age groups. Because most of the time I don't have enough viewers to really mess with my age group. I don't have a very good sample size, and but this sample size was huge. It was like almost 3,000 views, and it was mainly like 13 to 16-year-olds and 16 to 18 or whatever the breakup is. It's all young kids. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Oh, well, thank you. Well, I figured I'm gonna be practicing anyway. And there was a couple songs I was gonna play, but right when I started to go, I realized I hadn't played. That's why I didn't play them very good. I hadn't played a couple of those in a while. I needed to refresh because it's not about really. You got to, since I have to memorize these. You have to re-memorize, make sure you got them all down because a lot of the notes follow each other in other songs. So. Yeah, I like them all. It's like, if the only time I've ever thought about stealing anything is when I look at a bunch of guitars and I'm just like, I'm not a stealing person, but that's the only time I've ever really thought about it. It would just be to have to play. It wouldn't be have to have money or anything with it. But of course, that's why if I won the lottery, I'd probably just buy guitars, musical instruments all over my house, and paintings. I have so many paintings. I love music. I like to have about 5 different mandolins. I like to have a couple different banjos. What up, Harry? I love when you go live. It's so weird that Tommy's there at your hospital. No money, G. Absolutely, Adam. Yeah, you're my friends in here, definitely. Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. Let's see, what do I got? I pulled some records out. This one I got from Adam. Wasn't the best shape, but it was really cheap, and I wanted it. But it was good shape still. Shoot, looks great to me. Pink Floyd metal. Echoes is my, hate to say it, it's got to be close to it's in my top 5 of Pink Floyd songs. I love it. Great album. What are the YouTube shorts? They're trying to combat TikTok. And since basically, I'm sure you're old enough to understand that we program ourselves and we let ourselves be programmed. And so these kids are in these TikTok modes of like 15 to 30-second. So they're on this kind of like that. And so YouTube knows they have to kind of fight it. So they're putting out they want you to put out 15 to, they kind of want to stick to a small one, but it's like 50 some seconds. It can only be 50 seconds long. They want it to be square, not in the regular full mode. They want it to be in like the square mode or whatever. And you have to put in the title #shorts. And I'd say it's best. It's like what I did at ACDC. So it was like 15 seconds. So it was perfect. And the reason they got promoted because it was like 93% retention time. So everybody watched because you can't tune away from a ACDC lick before it stops. You can't, So it was a perfect I was like, wow, that worked out better. I didn't plan on that, So you got to play with that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Especially if you're just putting out a bunch of those kind of shorts. I'll come back to watch those shorts. I guess other people in other countries are liking it. I don't know. Have I invoiced for that lot? I don't know. You better check it and make sure. I thought I did, but if I haven't, if I remember right, it was like, it was this, there was a couple that weren't real great, and I bought them anyway. It was like 3 and 2, and then one was like 10. I'm not even sure. Has the poster. I listened to Alan Parsons talk about the making of Dark Side today. It was really cool. He was talking about how hard it was to make that loop for the money. So it took him forever. And I still like Purple Rain. I can never wait to get to the end though. I love the guitars to have great outros. It's one of the best. That and Layla. I skipped past the whole song of Layla just to get to the end guitar and piano. The guitar and piano at the end is just, gosh, it's just perfect. It's perfect. Of course, can't beat Abbey Road. It's got the crate. Yeah, facts. Hey, what's up, Scarlett? Snapchat, the stuff disappears after you send it, and that's where the old sending dirty pictures to each other came from. I plan to. The only problem is I need to do my flea market video and antique mall booth video, which I plan on doing. I need to make today, and it's exploding. I don't know what's going on, but December, January, February, I'm getting better at knowing what to put out there. But like I went in there yesterday at noon, and there was just people everywhere at the antique mall. So everybody's feeling better about getting out. I don't know. I don't know. People are hoarding again, I guess. I sold $100 in my antique ball. Just someone bought what was it? Oh, I put a Vita Blue autograph in yesterday, and it sold before the day closed from noon to 5, noon to 6, or whatever it was. It's crazy. No, dude, yeah, contact me on Instagram or something if you need any help, dude. It's fun. And check out your YouTube on your phone, and you'll see the YouTube shorts down there. And all it is girls that are like half naked playing guitar. YouTube was set up. I mean, like Amazon was set up first with selling books, so that's still their bread and butter. Well, I mean, they killed the market. Everybody else is dead with that. They have the market on them. So, YouTube started with music, and I think it's still kind of how-to videos and music. So that's why Record Crate has something good. He just needs to keep doing something, maneuver off. I think you did. What I find myself is I listen to Alan Parsons talking about making some of his albums and Pink Floyd albums when he was 18, and that information is awesome. But they have to. But it's more of a directed made video. Those are harder. But yeah, I agree, Jennifer. I need to try a couple more. I've been trying to think. I wrote them down, actually. Cashmere, I think I'm going to do. I was thinking about doing Barracuda. If anybody, go back and watch Barracuda, that live video that they have on YouTube. and just watch them play, man. They are awesome. She is so good, so hot. It's so good. So I kind of want to do that one. I was thinking about Whole Lot of Love or Over the Hills, but I was thinking maybe doing a Purple Rain part of their solo. But I really want to do Rage Against the Machine, Kill Them in the Name of. I know the words are weird, but that song is just. It's like blues with heavy metal. It's that guitarist, Tommy Morello. Like, Tommy Morello is one of my favorites. He is amazing. What he does with the pedals and stuff, that's what's so amazing too. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's funny. That's why the bass is so good on. I watched that the other day, the Pink Floyd, like how they broke it off and stuff. I guess I didn't really realize how bad it was, like how much they hate each other. I didn't live back in that time. I was just born right about then. You got. Oh, it's close. It's supposed to rain, and it's just barely above freezing. I need to check that. 36. So we're just gonna miss it. My parents in Colombia are probably gonna get nailed. Let me check the radar. It's up. Yeah, it's gonna hit my sister. I need to call her. Thanks for everybody joining. Give me something to do. Did I see a Tom Cruise? Yeah, maybe I've watched a couple too many of them. Like they're laying their boobs over the guitar and stuff. I'm like, that's not fair. But they're good guitarists, honestly. That's like when people are like on about Facebook, they're like, oh, all I get's negative stuff on Facebook. I'm like, I don't. I don't get any negative stuff on there because I don't pay attention to negative stuff. I'm looking at like little babies and dogs and stuff. That's all I get. I get some dumbass friends that every once in a while say stuff, but I've said dumb things too. So I don't, whatever. I look back at some of the things I said and, huh? Whatever. But that's how I felt at the time. Whatever. Happy. I was wondering, you tell they're stoned? Or... Yeah, they're good musicians. Yeah, they're good. But it's not fair. That's what I'm saying. They're really good and use it. Why not? Pretty smart. Tom Cruise. Who's Tom? Who? I would love to see Tom Cruise. You know, it would be cool, Tom. And I've thought about this a few times. Just showing like how you used to DJ. Um, showing things you used to do on like how it's different now, or the different. Because I've heard you explaining the different kinds of turntables you used. You sound like you had a lot of knowledge that people would still like to understand. How-to videos are still the best, and they'll be good for ever. Look at Macklemore Thrift Shop. Look how many times that song has been played on YouTube since 2009. It's last time I looked, it was just under 2 billion. I don't think he ever. I mean, how much money has he made on that song on YouTube? 2 billion views. It kind of blows my mind. But I think that'd be a good thing for you. A Pink Floyd fan? Did he just hear Pink Floyd? Your favorite business, Texans. Yeah, well, we're used to it. Our buildings are made for it and stuff. You know, I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't watch the news. I just have friends that have to deal with it and have told me some of it. But I'm not. Yeah. Just me. Everybody needs to work through things and freaking whatever wasn't right, fix it. Happiness is a warm, yes it is. Well, if anybody wants to come in and chit chat, promote their show, Tom Cruise, throw up your link and West Side so people can find your auctions. The best records. A lot of them right here. Can't hardly beat that one. It's kind of crazy how the Stones don't get a lot of credit for how good they were. I mean, the Beatles stole the thunder. Can't beat Tush. Of course, I'd rather have the regular, but Fleetwood Mac, they had a lot of good LPs. Look at my record crate. That's the top. On the side, it says AC/DC too. I got it to put in my booth to sell, like to kind of bring people there. And I'm like, I can't. I want to keep it at home. There's some things I get I can't wait to listen to. I haven't listened to this one yet. There's so much good music out there that's just never really. I forget who got those for me. Where did I get those? I'm not sure. They're nice and thick. I just ordered a bunch of boxes for all my records. I'm going to start selling my duplicates. But I can't wait. I love eBay. Records are easy to store, and I can put them in my booth too. And so I want to have I'm going to turn my antique mall. I used to just kind of have everything in there, my open booth, but now I'm going to have at least half of it just old media, and I think it's going to go over well. As long as you bring fresh product. What I found about those booths, what I found about those booths is you have people coming back, so you better bring new stuff a lot, because they've already looked at your stuff. It's not that it's bad stuff, but they've already looked at it and they don't want it, and they want something else. It's like I brought something up there yesterday and it sold within hours. when I was there, I was going to open it up, and this girl was looking at something. I go, "What are you looking at?" She goes, "That Yadier Molina card. I don't have that one." I go, "It was $12.95." I go, "Well, you can have it for $9.95." She goes, "You're going to give it for $9.95?" Sure. And she was like, "Awesome." And she waited around. It took a while to get the person to come over and get it. She waited a long time to get that $3 off. And I'm like, wow. So what do I know? I need to buy up some Yadier Molina cards just for her. It's crazy because she's not going to go on eBay. And it's funny is that card was just an ordinary card. I sold a really great Yadier Molina card for, I think it was $7.95 and on eBay, because that's about all I can get. Because on eBay, you'll look around for an autograph and you can find a cheap Yadier Molina autograph for $15. So you can't, you know what I mean? And so that's why cards kind of get watered down. But here, close to St. Louis, people want Yadier Molina cards. And some people that are older just won't go on eBay. So it works. I don't know if anybody watched some of my videos. One of my videos, I bought a bunch of unopened boxes from, they were still sealed. But this one of those where I opened it up and I sold them individually in my booth. And it was 1990 Upper Deck. And if anybody was in the sports card stuff back then, you knew that 1989 Upper Deck was the first year of Upper Deck. And it had been Tops for so long, or Leaf. which ended up being Donruss. Non-glossy, whatever. Well, in 1989, Upper Deck came out with cards. They were glossy cards, and they had a hologram on the back, so you couldn't fake them. It was their hologram, certified, and there was a chance for I can't remember what 89 was, but in 1990 there was a chance for a Reggie Jackson autograph in a box, and it changed the whole dynamic because Topps have been watering everything down so bad anyway. And there was no good rookies coming out between 87 and 90, so it really hurt the business. Anyway, I bought a box from Lonnie, Shed Flips, of 1990 Upper Deck, and it has 36 packs in it. I'm like, figuring it up. I'm like, I can sell that. I bet I can sell that for $225 a piece, 36 packs, and he's selling it for $25, no shipping on top. I thought it was funny that there was something in his store that was no shipping on top, and it was one of those things I would have charged shipping. But anyway, because it cost him some money. It cost him at least $7, padded flat rate, $8. Anyway, and the first day I had it out, I remember thinking when I was a kid, I would always, if I ever had my own booth, my own store, I always wanted my own store. But now it's easier with the booth, a lot less trouble. But I always thought you don't put all the cards in all the packs in there. So I only put 13 of 36, thinking it makes more scarcity. You know what I mean? And within 3 days, someone went in and bought all 13 packs, and that 13 was $29, and only paid 25 shipped to my door. So that's kind of stuff that pays rent, and then my big autographs I have in there. That's what makes me money, if that makes any sense. And you gotta have cheap things. People, I've heard some YouTubers talk about like their price per item and stuff needs to be higher and this and that. Well, yeah, but it was 50% of all sales on eBay are under $20. So if you take yourself over $20 for everything, you're taking yourself out of all the market, half the market. Unless you're fine with it sitting there. I don't know. So I like to put out cheap stuff, and it's crazy how you can't sell some autographs for $20, but you can sell a normal card for $7 or $8 that cost you a penny or two. And that's why I stopped dealing with big autographs like Patrick Mahomes. People wonder why I want to sell that. The ROI is not that great unless you get it in a pack. And it's so hard to get in a pack, you're going to spend a lot of money chasing it, most likely. And then by the time you get it, you want to keep it anyway, most of the time. So what I found was the return on investment is so much better on, getting a bunch of his base cards for in a break, and then selling them for $20, and making way more money than I would trying to sell big time autographs. And it's a lot less trouble, a lot less stress, a lot easier to sell a $20 card than it is a $2,000 card. I don't care what May says. And you're how stressed I was. I wasn't someone trying to steal that from me, say it never arrived or something. It was, even though I had insurance on it, I just didn't. It became unnerving. I didn't, everybody says, and then like I've had people like, don't you wish you still had some of this stuff? Not really, because I've made money on it since. Wouldn't have had the money for. I would have just been hoarding it away. And who knows if I ever would have sold it. Most people that say they would have waited, and then they would never have sold it anyway. They never would have made money. They would have held on to it forever and never paid bills or something. So, I mean, that's what I've learned is sell when it's hot. And if you don't want to sell that certain person, just sell it and then buy breaks. I'm trying to chase that other person with some of that money, and you probably will find them anyway. So most of the time, it's best just to let go. It's bad to hoard things, I think, unless it's really your like retirement money. But even then, I wouldn't do that with cards. One time of DWI and hitting someone and killing them, or smacking your wife, going to jail, and your card's worth zero. That's a big risk. I hear a lot of guys doing that, like NBA players. People invest in NBA players. I'm like, okay, sure. I invest in like Hall of Famers only. I'm sorry if I'm not. They look good. I've got an Eddie Murray autograph, Reggie Jackson autograph, a Hank Aaron autograph, Bobby Thompson autograph, two Barry Bonds autographs, and one more Vita Blue autograph in my booth. I got the Hank Aaron at $350 because deep down I don't want it to sell. But I already have another autograph of Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and Ernie Banks on one baseball, so I don't need two. Hey T, what up? It's good to see you yesterday. Good to hear your voice. Got to print a label. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when you picked those up. Do you sell on eBay or Facebook Marketplace? He's been killing Facebook Marketplace. I need to sell more on there. I just used it to direct my people to my booths, which I forgot to take a picture yesterday. I took a video. I forgot to take a picture for Marketplace. Stupid. So I need to promote that Hank Aaron autograph. You guys going on at noon again? That's why I went on early. I figured you're going to go on again. Yeah, my booths are doing awesome. And like those unopened cards, like I was telling you, I sold a few yesterday. Or it was 2 days ago. I sold 13 out of my booth. Same way with Pokemon. I sell so much Pokemon. I get regular cards, and then I put like 50 cards, 10 of them will be holograms. I'll put that on there. 50 cards, 10 holograms, $30. I had someone come in and buy all of them the other day for $320, and I gave them 10% off. I restocked it yesterday with probably $400. It's almost all my Pokemon. I had some Pokemon coming. Should have been here by now, but it's hard to keep replenishing. But it's because I know those people keep coming back, and T knows how it is. You gotta sell what they're wanting. And when you see someone have more of the same stuff, go for it. I love your guys' auctions. They're you and Tom Cruise and Mr. Buys a Lot and Pirate and Picker's Warehouse, another one that's Justin's got some good stuff. And he does Wednesday nights. And that's his problem. It's good he goes Wednesday nights, but he goes against someone that has a big channel. I forget who it was. It may be you guys. So he doesn't get a lot of people, but he's got some good deals. Yeah, I hear you. And that's why I stopped doing auctions. Auctions are unnerving. And if I do auctions, it's because I just want to, they give you the free listings. And then I don't know if anybody else does this, but I'll do the free listings on the auctions. And then when it runs through, I'll flip it to a buy it now. If I have some buy it nows, like if it's the next month or whatever. But most of the time I have free listings. They give you a bunch free anymore, but I do that sometimes just if I'm really listed like a madman. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's 5. Okay. I tell you what, Donatella sent me some mystery box of LPs. It was great. There was I haven't packed away. I would show. I had this one where it's Jimi Hendrix playing at a festival with Otis Redding in the 60s. Oh, I can't wait to listen to that. It was in there. It was $80 and they're real clean. So there's some good records out there. I'm surprised. Mystery, you never know what you're going to get. And then I got a Spirit record and something else. It was something else. There's a Stones record that was really rare. I have to look what pressing it was. I don't know where it's from. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Everybody was over somewhere, and it was like, yeah, he's got 30 people over there. It would normally be 60 probably. His is growing though. Hey, what's up, Steve? How you doing? I was just playing some music, drinking some coffee, waiting for auctions. My Albert Pujols cards are just flying off the shelf. Everybody's getting ready for the start of the season. If he starts off really hot, all my cards, I might need to relist my cards. Every once in a while, I'll do that, relist my cards higher. I get a lot of comments. I had someone to do it the other day. They're asking about Carmelo Anthony and just kept asking me about it. Well, do you think the grade's going to be good? And I'm just like, I just took it off, and I'm like, I'm going to grade it myself. And it's a Bowman rookie. I might as well. He's got a lot of points. He's not a one a lot, but I forgot to watch the last video. I've been listing so much crap. I've been focused on that, trying to build my store before I have to start mowing, and I got another month and a half. Shoot, no, I've only got another month, and it's full blown. Man, I need to get on it. I still got so much to go. That's crazy. My death pile is massive. But that's another reason I want to have a bunch of records to have, so I can just not have to source when I'm mowing. Because when I'm mowing, I'm doing a pretty long day. I love it though. I don't know why I love to beat the crap out of myself. I don't know why I love to beat my body down. I think it cleans my head. When I know I think better. When I used to go on live with my buddy and I wanted to be in this best mood, I run. And after I'm done, I'm just, I don't know. It's such a great feeling. And you get so addicted to exercise once you start doing it. And then if you knock it out early in the morning, it's just so much easier if you just knock it out. When you're not thinking straight in the morning, it's the best time to do it. You're still groggy, but at least you got some exercise done. Then all of a sudden you're up and you're ready to go. It's not as easy to talk yourself out of it in the morning. That's what I've learned. Because if you plan on doing it tonight, it ain't gonna happen unless it's fun. Unless it's like playing catch with my buddy or tennis but like sometimes lifting weights I would do it. But thanks, Tom. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for all the great records you put out there for the reselling community. It's really much appreciated. Thanks, Jen. Just know, Jen, you don't always have to be in here moderating. If you got things to do, please go do it. You don't need to be no personal. I saw you're fast though. I've seen you in 2 chats at once. I'm over there. You're over there modding over here, modding over there. I'm like, you're like faster than AI. That should be your thing. Faster than AI. I remember Bumcrack thinking he was so fast back in the day, but you're faster than him. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? But don't stress about it for me. Don't stress. Now, when I get 10,000 subscribers and I'm getting 100 people in my chat, I need you there, and I'll be giving you something every time. I'll tell you that. But until then, I have no. You have us. You have life. Shut up. I'm just saying, don't stress about it. But of course, I appreciate it. Especially because I want people to get promoted that are good channels. I want, because there's a lot of good channels that I'm still finding channels that I didn't even know about. It makes you wonder, like, why aren't they getting suggested to me? It's weird. I guess I'm mainly listing cards today. They're the easiest. You know, I've already taken pictures. So I have all the pictures done for all these cards. So that's probably 25 listings at least there. And so all I have to do is just, while I'm doing auctions, just throw up a listing. I think last time I looked, I had like 1,055 listings now on eBay. And then in my boost, shoot, I don't even know. Yeah. It's been fun. Although my label maker, I was sitting here using it yesterday and it fell and it busted on me. It doesn't print right. So I'm going to get a new one. It's only $18 though. These things are awesome. You get them at Walmart. It even like sits on your leg so it doesn't move. But they're all I need. The only thing I wish is they had tape that was like colored, like orange or something, and then I could put like sale orange, you know. And so I do wish there was different colors, but other than that, this thing's awesome. And the refills are $2.50 a piece, so cheap. But that's one of those bolos, I guess. I've thought about this recently. I feel like if you get a good deal on those printer, because on Amazon it's like $7.50 for those, and they're $4.88 at Walmart. So I've noticed that there's some things, there's a little difference where if you could buy a buttload of them, you could make some money over time, but it'd probably dry up. I don't know if I'd like that Amazon, because by the time you think you got something good, someone else is going to figure it out, and then your stock, whatever you bought, is probably dead. I don't know. It'd be weird. Time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even, honestly, I don't even stress about the subscriber thing anymore. Because even when I get to 1,000, it's going to take a long time before I start making money on it. So, because there's a bunch of probably subscribers that I got at the beginning that don't even watch, which sucks. So, you know, it's like West Side Gary, you know, a lot of his subscribers are really watching. So, you know, I made that mistake of trying to get subscribers at the beginning, and like, oh, you watch mine, I watch yours, you know, and subscribers for subscribers, which I actually found some good ones. But there was a bunch of them, you know, there after a while you start subscribing. Yeah, well, I got that hurts your channel. Don't do that. I didn't know, because if they're not watching, it shows YouTube is people aren't really that interested in what you're putting out there. They're not watching what you're putting out there as much as seeing the reaction. I just like teaching whatever I can to people that, you know I'm just talking to resellers, or, you know, I realized this the other day, a lot of the people probably watch mine just want to do their own videos and are trying to learn how to do it themselves, which I get it. It's not easy to jump on here and do this. Harry makes it look easy, but, you know, and putting yourself out there and saying things that you may not even tell your own family. You say it to your YouTube family, you know. Yeah, my family, I'm going to end up having more YouTube subscribers than friends on Facebook, and none of my friends on Facebook watch my videos. I find it strange. I think they think that I'm being like showing off, or like, where I'm from, it's just such a Bible Belt. It's like everybody thinks you're being not humble and being self-righteous and things. because you're trying to show people how, I don't know. Everybody's a critic from there. They're always looking for a reason to be better than you, so they feel better about being themselves. And, that's fine, but it's weird because they're the kind of people I wanted to help. They don't. People where I'm from, it's a small community where it's real cheap to live, but it's hard to make money. But they have like trucker hats just laying around their own house. They didn't know they could sell to someone in Australia for $50, but instead they're going to let it sit there and deteriorate to nothing. And they're struggling with bills. You know what I mean? So I was trying to help them to be able to sell some of their stuff. Everybody just looks at you like, are you evil? All you care about is money? I'm like, save for vacation. Or I did it when I first started reselling. People I don't know it was to pay for my mandolin lessons. So I started just to make the money to pay for mandolin lessons every month. And so I think you got to have a why. You got to have a reason to do it or you won't. But it's like everything. You better have a reason to do it or you won't. And it better be a good reason. It can't be all self-serving. If it's all self-serving, the universe never gives back. Mike Kritzer, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining, man. Been a minute. Yeah, it's probably true. Because Facebook hates YouTube. Oh, they hate YouTube. they won't promote your stuff. They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to leave Facebook, and I get that. That's why I try not to. I don't really post stuff. And then people in the community sometimes don't really want to watch. A lot of people in the community are like, they really aren't rooting for you. I find that fascinating. I don't care if, like Dan. I remember he was watching me last year, and he's, can't believe you got 500 subscribers, and he was kind of following me, and then he got some shout outs, and he blew up pretty good. And I remember I told him to like keep his name. He was going to quit it and put his name. What did he tell me? He was going to put just Dan. He was just going to put just Dan or something like that. And I go, no, leave R Vandelay. Just take off the 3564. He had R Vandelay and some numbers. And I'm like, just take the numbers off. Leave the name. Especially in our community, it stands out. I'm like, it's awesome because most people watch Seinfeld and they may not remember that name, but they're going to be like, I've heard that before, and it's worked well. I'm not jealous of that. I'm glad, you know what I mean? Like, but I think other people would be. I don't care. Like, I'm not here to make money. I mean, it'd be nice to have some money from it, of course, but like, you're not going to get that unless you're providing something that people want to watch. I see it so much like, do I need to add more tags or what is it that I need to do? You need to put good videos out. That's all. That's it. You don't even have to make it really edited that great, as long as you don't throw in 25 ums and me. I say stuff all the time. I'll go back and watch it. Go. Did I say stuff 7 times? Stuff. Where? I was so general. Weird. But I kind of like, now I like making a video, finding a little story in there, making a story out of every video. It's kind of fun, like I just try to be, I don't know, real. Yes. No, people can smell bullshit. So I think it comes off pretty obvious. That's why a lot of the guys like raking profits, and a lot of those guys stopped doing it because they knew everybody, the real resellers and things, knew they were just mainly just Amazon, throwing everything on Amazon. I think they're just they're making more money talking about it. I remember talking to Reezy Resells one time, kind of privately, and was asking him some stuff, and I could realize, I was like, wait a minute, he doesn't know what he's talking about. There was something he said, I don't know. was it eBay was dead or something like that? I can't remember. He said something and a few things. I'm just like, oh, but it depends on what you're selling. No. I'm like, okay. And then I realized he's probably like, if, Amazon like probably sponsors him. That's what I started realizing, like that rake in profits. I bet Amazon was sponsoring him. He kept telling everybody, just sign up FBA. Just sign up. You're gonna put more 20 up. Sign up FBA. How many people probably signed up FBA because of him telling everybody? And then he never puts out any videos. I saw him go live one time. He had less than me. He's got like 150,000 subscribers or something crazy. I don't want to be that. I'd rather just the people that here watch. What up, Jarhead? Been a minute. We used to talk about cards, if I remember right. Cards have done pretty good, huh? It's what's crazy now is everybody's starting to buy like hockey and golf and soccer, trying to find other parts of the community they can find some PSA 10s and set on them. So like everything's going crazy, even Marvel. Like old non-sports cards are, it's crazy. I mean, I sold vintage just pins for $6 to $10 all day long, and I put 10 cents into, and I'm like, people are buying these? I put them up thinking, oh, I'll just lower them eventually. People are buying them full price. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. You never know what's going to sell on eBay. And that's what I've just been trying to see what will sell on eBay. I mean, it's kind of nuts what people are looking for. I'm like, you'd actually be looking for that? Don't put out good videos. Don't do the Commonwealth picker. He's pretty unique because he had a whole thing going. He just kind of moved everything into what he was already doing. Be careful trying to grind when you're grinding out too much, that's why you got to make the videos somewhat short. You don't want to make sure you want to watch the video. If you don't want to watch the video, no one else is either. So there's a certain point. It's not just about putting out videos. People need to stop doing that. But you also have to put out videos to get used to it. So I would just say, just kind of cut them back. If you're gonna do videos every day, make sure you're not putting out more than 10 minutes or so. That's what I would recommend, because otherwise people will stop kind of watching. If they're not, they have to get something out of it, or they have to kind of know you, somewhat, and they won't know you if you can't get anything out of it. So you better provide some. You need to know the community enough to know what we're not providing. When I got in, I realized no one was talking about baseball cards. You wouldn't believe, everybody in every chat was like, "Oh, baseball cards are dead." Every chat I was in, everybody said the same thing, and I said the same thing. No, you're mistaken. They never died. You guys just stopped paying attention. Send them to me. Send them to me. I remember Auctions for You. Even she's like, she had a bunch of basketball. You can have them. I don't even know what to do with them. And everybody was just like, it was just like the standard saying. I'm like, no, and they were always good. And look what happened. It's like you got to not listen to what everybody's trying to tell you just because they're repeating one person that thinks they know what they're talking about, that doesn't know what they're talking about. Yeah, but Jennifer, you got good information. Just keep putting out videos and get better with it. Like I said, I've just backed off and just started doing like a couple videos a week for me, and I'll probably start doing a few more. But I've just kind of been making sure they're good. I don't want them. I've had some videos I just dumped them because I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to get anything out of that. I'm not going to put out videos just to put out videos. Not anymore. I'm not worried about subscribers, watch hours. I just stop thinking that way. It's like anything. It's like if you focus on that so much of getting there, I think it makes it harder to get there. So I'm trying not to. I mean, I've got used to think that way, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying because I do that with other things. I need to do that with this, and I think I'll make better videos if I'm focused on the videos and not the subscribers or watch hours. I think too many people are worried about that crap. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm selling, I mean, I bought a bunch of breaks just to have stuff coming in. But I keep getting such good stuff on my breaks. I'm like, I can't sell that. It's a rookie that hasn't even proven himself yet. I can't sell it too early, you know. I got a Patino rookie for Padres autograph on card. I'm just gonna start grading a lot of those and just sitting on them. I remember when Tatis came up and everybody was talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm like, have you guys watched Tatis? he's a lot better. But everybody was talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. because his dad, I guess, was more popular than Tatis's dad. Anyway, and look at Tatis now. Everybody's wishing they would have bought Tatis instead of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Well, it's good you have a couple hit 7K. That's awesome. I haven't had that. That's great. It means you did something right. You kept people to the end. I think that's the main thing with YouTube. Did you keep them to the end? And did people talk? If they comment a lot, I think it does better. But that's what I've noticed. It's just the videos that do the best are the ones that want to wait till the end. So if you have something good in the story, you better leave it at the end. So it's not just so when you start getting better at YouTube, you start realizing you need to have the story before you make it and then know how to edit it to make it interesting enough in the video for them to stay there to watch. It's pretty simple, but it's not simple. You know what I mean? But at least if you know the formula, it's the formula that works. That's why the books have been written the same forever. That's why movies and sitcoms, it's how our brains work. We need to be teased to stay around because we don't have to stay around. And it better be a good story or it better not be boring or we're going to leave. It's all it's all simple. I mean, yeah, but if you're, I like what sold videos because I'm an eBay seller. But most people aren't. That's why our community is small. Because who cares? I sold a Patrick Mahomes for $20. But if you know you can buy breaks and you can get 7 Patrick Mahomes cards for a $5 or for $10 break, and then you can make so much money on those, and you don't have to know anything about cards at all. Hey, someone stayed around. Sorry, my internet. I thought about it a lot at the beginning because everybody talked about it. So it's like one of those brainwashing things. But then you get real quick and you realize that if it's boring, I don't know. There's been times where I'm like, I can't watch this. And that's when I started realizing those are the ones I shouldn't put out. Yeah, hoarder. That's a good title. People love that hoarder. They want to see how they hoarded because there's a lot of hoarders out there. I've worked for a lot of them. When I go mowing, you go in, yeah, come on and I'll give you a check. And you go in, you're like, oh my God, they're just packed with stuff like down their hallways, boxes to the top full of like, you could tell antiques and stuff. You're like, yeah, people like that. Yeah, there's too much content. Yeah, that's like everybody liked the dumpster divers there for a while. I can't. I couldn't. I watched Dave, Dumpster Dave, whatever his name was, Dumpster Diver Dave, for a while. He was a nice guy, but when he told me he was selling that stuff on Amazon, I'm like, you're you're grabbing stuff out of the dumpster and you're selling that on Amazon. I'm like, I, hmm. I mean, I can't even imagine what kind of comments he was getting in those videos because people are watching. They're probably ripping him apart. I remember thinking, how's he? He didn't do it that long. I don't think he does them anymore. There's a lot of people that stopped doing YouTube. This community is not. This is the wrong community if you wanted to get subscribers and watch time. No one watched to the end. Maybe break them up. Yours are usually 10 or 12. Just make them half the time. See if that works. You'll think of it. Meditate on it. Really concentrate on it. Because I mean, really, it's just about the knowledge you have. People want to know what they have or what they need to look for, and that's how I am with you. Because I don't know. I don't wear jewelry. I don't know a damn thing about it. So, but it's all out there, and it's one of the best things that sells my antique booths and flea market booths. So I need to know something about it. All I know is 925, and 0.80 is 80% silver, and that's not on hardly anything. I don't know. So I've got a loop and a magnet, you know, but I still wouldn't know what to do. So maybe just change up your videos on like how to identify Monet type pieces and have like with that VLO, you can have like a picture in picture and you can just run through like a different Monets that sell and show like, oh, see, this is the kind of Monet. All I know is Monet. I've heard it. They sign it. It's a good one to have. And then, show which ones are selling for the right price right now. And I like those videos. And so if you I know you don't want to be in it. So if you're showing that, then you can, give a visual that it's moving on there and then show them some of the stuff you might have. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. I want to be educated. I want to learn. That's why a lot of people are on here to learn, not just to be entertained, I think. I mean, that's why I first came was how-to videos, how to play music. Because that's what I'm going to make money off my music channel, not this. I mean, I might make some, but my honestly, my biggest purpose at the beginning, which it's turned away from, was realizing in the summer 2019 how many people were buying, how many subscribers were buying from them from their eBay store. So they were it was a beautiful marketing. I'm like, oh, genius. And that's when I realized I couldn't watch Crazy Lamp Lady anymore because she was giving you all these bolos, but they were people buying them from her just to outbid other subscribers. So she was getting ridiculous prices on things that I would never get. So I had to stop watching her. But I still watch her every once in a while because she has good info. She's bought and sold so many things, but I can't base being able to sell that. So I had to stop watching her, else I was going to get wrong information for what I needed at the time. So then I realized I needed to, maybe that was a good outlet for me. I have a store full of baseball cards that people, maybe they can buy lots from me, and then I can turn stuff quicker and things, and which eventually might still happen. But that was really the what I didn't even know you could make money on YouTube at the very beginning. I didn't know any of that stuff. Yeah. I guess just ask your viewers on your channel whenever the next one you do, just say, hey, what would you guys like for me to do? I don't know. I should do that. I should ask my people, hey, what are some of the videos you like that you see, and which ones do you not like? What things should I skip? I don't know. It's always good to get. I'd rather hear from my family than some troll that's. I may not take it. They may have good. Trolls have good advice a lot of times if you just listen, because a lot of times they're right. Unfortunately, even though they're terrible people and that's a terrible life to live, but sometimes they're going to give you some good advice. Shop really nice. That's a good bolo. Jennifer's bolo list. That'd be cool. $200. That's awesome. That's like people don't realize that some of that costume jewelry and stuff that people wouldn't think is worth a lot of money and sells overseas too, I think. That's why I really want to know. I mean, because there was one time I went to an estate sale and there was so much jewelry. I mean, it was crazy, and people were everywhere. People were pushing around to get to it, and it was overwhelming. And I went to the rest of the house, and it was crap. Yeah, if it's 50%, you need to cut back how long your videos are too, I think. Even though that doesn't always help, but people just get kind of bored in the middle, and that's what you just make sure you watch it. Make sure if you don't go back and watch your own video a couple of times, you're not doing it right. And because if you better want to watch it yourself, and if you don't, they're not. And so you need to cut. I've realized I have to cut some of that crap out. Because when I go back to rewatch it, I'm like, go, 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 go. I can't even watch it until I have to edit it. So I think everybody needs to edit that middle, and that's because you're losing them in the middle. You need to edit some of that middle out. And it's getting long-winded. Only stuff that you care about. It's not really giving them advice. You're just talking about yourself, because most people end up just talking about themselves somehow, some way. Is what I've noticed. And only we want to talk about ourselves. Like no one wants to hear that crap, except mommy and daddy, and that stops at a certain point. My best buddy Jason made this for me. That's us in high school. Or no, that was our 10-year reunion. My nephews, of course, Bo down there, and Bo and Bluegrass Picker. I love dark blue or purple and black with black and white. I love that. It's like he couldn't have done it any better. He made my shirt blue. How cool is that? He knows how much I like blue, right? It's just like my dad. My dad likes blue. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I got brown eyes. I like blue. I like green. My sister has green eyes. Yeah, but because it's something I've realized over time too. How many times have you accidentally hit someone's video you didn't mean to? How many times do you think people are accidentally hitting your video because it's getting suggested and they didn't really want to watch it and they back out of it? So I think a lot of times too that watch time gets nailed because people are just accidentally hitting it. It's just people just need to not think about the analytics so much and just go out and do it. But they need to make it short and sweet. You have to pay attention to some of the analytics, but some of them I think people overblow them, and when they should be more focused on making good videos. I like the tour, like of your Steve. I like the tour of like your place and stuff. I like to see like how you have everything organized and stuff, and how you do things. And I think most people like Drew Profit Officers. Some of his videos I'm not really into because I'm not just doing vintage clothing, and I don't like shoes. I don't like some of that stuff, but I watch some of his stuff because it's pretty good. What was I going to say? But well, now I lost what I was going to say. Oh, but one of my favorite videos of his was when he just showed how he was doing it, how he set it up, how he was cleaning everything. So I still think all of us need to do our how-to videos of what we're doing somewhat. And the resellers, that the not the non-subscribers, the resellers will watch that. So it depends on who you're making it for, the just random people that might just stop by, or the resellers. I love doing voiceovers. That's why I love that VLLO. And then you can slow it down because, like, when I go to my booth, sometimes I go real fast. So I slow it down, and then I talk over it, and I can slow it down real slow if I want. And then I can put that picture in picture. I can put a text up. It's just really simple. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. My grandpa had a bunch of old trucker hats, and we got to keep some of them. I'm not selling those, but he was always so proud of them because he never paid for any of them. They were all free from buying something or just being my grandpa. Be mad if you stopped in the middle. Yeah, that's why you just put it on the side and just have it scroll and see, like, that Monet, it goes for this while you're going through it, and then just the screen goes away. I think that'd be fun. I like putting the picture up there, what it sells for and stuff, because some people think you might be lying, and it kind of gives a nice visual. And sometimes I've noticed too is I won't go into it, but I'll watch the screen, and it'll show. So sometimes those will keep me around if people are putting those pictures up on the screen. Something's going on when I don't have to watch it. If that makes any sense. I don't think it's hard to find a hook if it's a good story. And that's why you have to make good videos. It can't just be, sold another, I don't know. That's why, like, one day, one of my videos, someone was fixing something. I had to take the video. I had to ship that stuff off. I had to go. I had to take the video right then. And they're working on my apartment and banging with a hammer. And I'm just like, I have to do it. And then I started thinking about, like, it's gonna be funny in the video somehow. I'll make something. And so, I kind of played with it in the video. Just that's what I realized. The bad things are funny. It's way more fun to make fun of myself. I just like making fun of myself in every video. Like the last one I said, wee wee. I don't know. Wee wee. So I like to keep some of the mistakes, and, like, I don't want it to be a documentary from PBS either. You know what I mean? That's not fun. You got to make it fun. Maggie. Hey, Dana. Are you doing a game today? know. That's why I told you VLLO. It's easy. Instagram me. I'll walk you through it. It's simple. I mean, it's so simple. I'm like, really? It's that easy? Dang. I mean, I use another app on my computer. It was that easy, but I had to pay for it. But the free one on the phone is kick ass. I'm just going to do a video of it, how to use it, make it easy. Everybody needs to use it. I want people to make more videos because I want more information. That's why I want everybody to do good. There's too many people that have quit. I wish they would have kept going. Oh yeah, that's right. Something I know nothing about and don't want to know anything about. Scared of something I can't touch. I'm scared of something I don't know anything about. It's my own fault. I have nothing against cryptocurrency, but I just don't. Yeah, it reminds me of things through history that have been worked out badly. But I like to. I will watch because I want to know more about it. 2.5 Bitcoin. Wow, nice. I remember when Tim said one time someone paid him in a Bitcoin way back in the day. He's like, "That's working out good now." Holy crap! I think it was Tim. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, and I've heard that before. You know, I remember like Joe Rogan, he got paid in Bitcoin one time. He's like, "Yeah," back when it was like $300 or whatever. Oh, it'll be a private live. Right on. Yeah, you got to be careful with the. I was going to tell you guys that you got to be careful with the telling people how to do any kind of stock stuff because I think you're supposed to have a license or something on YouTube. That's what my buddy told me. I'm not sure on that, but it makes sense. I mean, look what happened. If you have enough influence, you could really screw people over quickly and not mean to, honestly. So I can see why if you're dedicating it only to that, I don't think it'd be a problem to chat about it every once in a while, but Bitcoin. Like my thing, like this is how I always think about things. Okay. So they have this cryptocurrency that is so you can't hack it and you don't have to have a wallet or have to handle it. It's just there. Why wouldn't the government do everything they could possibly do to do the same thing to wipe out that? Why haven't they made their own? And they probably will. And that's why I don't know. It freaks me out when it comes to like buying money. You know, stock's different. I don't know. It's interesting. I can't wait to listen. I can't wait to hear what you guys say. I know it's live, but in the chats and stuff. So I like to learn. Because I mean, it jumped like 10,000 in 2 days at one point, maybe more. I was like, what the 10,000? I just always think about selling when it's high. Yeah, that's cool, Greg. I love those kind of stories. I know some people that have researched it and they love it. So I mean, like I said, I'm an idiot to it. So I'm not saying you guys shouldn't have done it or anything. That's for sure. But I was just worried about, I don't know. Just makes me think. She's not showing up, Maggie Doodle. I haven't seen her in a while. I must be in the wrong chats. There's a lot of people that just go and go and come and never see again. There's some people I have on Facebook that still do stuff, but they just don't do YouTube. So the Florida Flipper, I remember him, and Reseller King. They were doing real good right there when I first started, and then they just dropped off, stopped doing it. Yeah, 2.5. That's buy a couple. Buy a nice house around here. I got a bunch of cannabis stock that I bought for half a cent. It's up to like 90 cents a day, so I'm up quite a bit. I'm not spending hardly any money. I got that a long time ago. Just putting in something. I usually buy the index. I'd rather not pinpoint one stock. I'd rather pinpoint the whole market. But because it gives dividends, Vanguard. I studied more about that kind of stuff. I see. I know sports cards so well, so I'd rather get into that because I can control that a lot better. You buy a Hall of Famer, they're not going to lose money. You know what I mean? They're not going to go away. So that's kind of, I just know more about that. Where people are ignoring our chats. Yeah, sometimes I don't see people in chats. I feel bad. I know that I I mean, I love chatting, but I just can't constantly do it. I see why some of the I see why some of the OGs don't get in chats. They just lurk because it, you know, if they went in the chats, when they do go in the chats, they get bombarded and it ruins the show. They don't want to ruin someone else's show by talking either. It kind of, in a way, it kind of sucks for them, I bet. Crypto Ridge. Well, I mean, I just don't need to study anything else. I've got so much in my brain. Man, I need to start moving. I need to start listing stuff right now, actually. I'm stalling, drinking coffee and talking. I should probably get this day started. You're not selling it ever. Long story. That's interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, if you really believe you're going to need it, you're probably going to need it, not selling it and holding it to sell. I don't know. It's so weird to think about. You got in a little late. Well, it's a fad, and that's what I noticed is right now there's more people getting into stock than ever has. So it's really just becoming popular right now. So it's not based on like business performance or reasons. It still is, but you notice that when stocks go up, everybody's stocks go up, even if they haven't done anything. So be careful. I hate to hear anybody losing a bunch of money. Is my play was always it's extra money. If I'm going to put money in stock, it's money that I know I can lose. Because if it's money that I can't lose, you're going to worry about that and stress. That's not a good place to be. But if it's extra, that's just fun, you know. $6. Huh. Yeah, you can. I know people use it, but how many people actually use it for real money though? Most people are just hoarding it or just selling it. Yeah, I don't have. I mean, people have, as long as it's extra, as long as it's not going to be like when it goes down to 10,000 from 40, which could easily happen since 10,000 still seems crazy. Um, you know, hopefully you didn't lose 10,000 in the deal, And if you did, as long as it was extra money, that's like when I went to casinos when I was younger, I would always take like $80 and that was it. $80 cash, nothing else. Make it or break it. Yep. Have your leverage however you need it. Um, there's a lot of things to understand that most of us don't. It's crazy to think that financing should be the economy and finances should be the number one thing taught in schools, bar none. There's no one can tell me in the climate we live in that it shouldn't be. It doesn't make any sense because most people just can't control their own finances. That's why everybody stays poor. Especially when their parents were poor, they just don't know any better. We see you. I didn't. Did I not see you earlier? I don't know if I did. I miss you. I apologize if I missed you, Maggie. Like I said, I'm barely here half the time. Need to make some more coffee. Crypto crapo. That's the same. If you don't have extra money for it, there's no reason to know much about it. But it's something I've learned a long time ago. Well, this last 2 years. Like people would say to me, like, I can't believe you sold those Patrick Mahomes cards and blah blah blah. If you would have held them, you'd have made more money. But those same people would never have sold it when it went up. They would have held it. They would have had bills to pay and they would have kept it anyway. They wouldn't have sold it. They're just telling you they would have because they just are telling you because they're the armchair quarterback, you know. Um, don't listen to that, I've made a lot of money on that since then because I turned and burned. There's a couple of autographs I got because I sold those cards that I would never have got because I bought some breaks and got them. So they can say whatever they want, but they don't know what they're talking about because most people, when they think they're going to sell it, they don't. They get it and they keep it. And it's precious. It's like the ring, We'll never let it go. They'll have a truck that has 300,000 miles on it and keep their baseball card. I mean, I think we need to make sure where our priorities are at. That's why I've changed from being a hoarder collector to being someone that doesn't mind just holding it for a minute. That's weird. Sorry, Maggie. We won't ignore you. I wonder if I didn't block you. I don't think I blocked anybody. I think I'm maybe at the very beginning. Yeah, I blocked one person at the very beginning and she got so mad at me because she wasn't a troll. They just was like coming to my channel I didn't know anything about it. They were just coming to my channel to give me watch hours. And I blocked her. And then like all her fans were like, I can't believe you blocked such and such. I'm like, I don't know who she is, some UK girl. And actually started talking to her after I was and watched her channel. It's kind of funny. But I don't think I blocked anybody unless I've accidentally done it. Huh. I've seen it before where I've actually said stuff to people that I know probably saw it, and I'm like, they didn't, whatever. Stupid YouTube. Last of the coffee. Almost done. Let you guys off of here. It's raining today. We had about 7 inches of snow. I sold 7 items yesterday. Got about 1,000 listings. It's about right. 5 to 10 items a day. A lot of them I have priced pretty high. Almost don't expect them to sell. I expect people to send offers, but people are buying it now, not even sending me offers. It's amazing how people. I leave. Like I hear a lot of people say they don't put offers on. I do. I allow all offers. Now, there's one thing that does suck about offers is they don't have to pay, and a lot of people won't pay sometimes. But I relist it, and I make the same money or more. So that is a problem sometimes, but otherwise, I love it. I think it shows activity, and people get so mad. Oh, I can't believe they lowballed me. I lowball people. You never know. Some people take it. So you know what I do? I say thanks for the offer, even if it's. I have some the other day. I had something $50, and they sent me an $8 offer, and it was something good. And I sent back $5 off, like $44.95. Thanks for the offer. They're expecting me to be mad, and a lot of times they'll come back and buy it, even though they decline my offer me something real low or something. They'll come back and buy it for full price because they almost feel bad. Like, you wouldn't believe what killing people with kindness does. I mean, don't fight it. And like, people get, I can't believe they lowballed me. I'm like, how much you pay for it? 20 cents. They didn't even really lowball you for $8 then. It's not just what you want. So I think people need to think about it different. Like I've heard people say, don't sell a $6 item. I'm already selling 7 a day. What's another $6 item? Watch Cincinnati Picker and Lonnie. They'll sell $6 items. I mean, it's money up. If I've only paid 10 cents into it, it's in my way, and someone's gonna take it and put it in their house. Okay. I've got 250 bubble mailers in there I bought for $40 or something. It's not cost me much. Harry does it the exact perfect way, in my opinion. If you're going to be a guy that knows and collects, he still sells stuff. Some of those guys don't know how to sell anything, and it becomes this jumbled mess of crap. His is like organized. I get certain things in, then I can let go of these things. I want those freaking. You've got 2 Darth Vader Star Wars toy chest things. Yeah, I'll check to see if you're accidentally blocked. Sunny here. You're in Delaware, aren't you? That area. Yeah, I mean, but it's also, it happens so little, and I don't get returns, so I don't have much. Most of my eBay is pretty streamless. My problem is the auctions. You wait 7 days to get that auction to end, and when it ends, someone bids it up and then doesn't pay. You're like, then you got, and then if you want to run an auction, you have to run an auction again. You have to wait basically 2 weeks to get that money. That's frustrating, and that's another reason why I don't do auctions. I do auctions on like small things that don't mean a lot, and then I set them at a price that I can take. But otherwise, I don't know why anybody does auctions. I buy auctions because you're going to buy it for 70%. You can buy in auctions all day and sell and resell, buy it now on eBay, and that's all you had to do. And you can make 35% on top of that pretty easily. It's not going to be a lot of money. It's going to take more time. But if you wanted to make that business model, it'd be pretty easy. You don't have to leave the house, but except to ship it off, and then you can schedule a pickup. Have like Harry and just everything Facebook marketplace. Yeah. I've had people, even like the people I try to buy from on marketplace, will ghost me and not show up and stuff. So I don't know if I want to trust people to come buy my stuff. Hey, how's it going? Hot mess. Yeah, it's when a big company like that tells me that, I'm like, I know you're lying. Why do you have to lie to me? Just tell me you don't want to tell me. I mean, or you don't want to do it. Come on. You can't do it. You need one of those big walkers. Yeah. I uh I like to buy on marketplace because there was one day I had a Nolan Ryan autographed ball, and it just had the picture of the ball, no other pictures, and it said $50, and I'm like, dang, Nolan Ryan autographed for $50. So I contacted them. I'm like, hey, does it have a COA? And they're like, yeah, it does. I'm like, shit. I'm like, would you take 40? They're like, yeah, 40 will work, and meet me up here at 2. I'm like, hell yeah. But they didn't put the picture in, so no one ever asked. They probably looked on it and go, there's no COA. And they just went on. I just decided, I'll ask. And then I got it $10 cheaper. So I have a $40 Nolan Ryan autograph, which I'm never selling that thing unless I find a better autograph. Like my Hank Aaron and Willie Mays autograph. Ernie Banks, Mike Schmidt, and Eddie Matthews on one ball. All 500 home run guys. And I think that was back. That autograph must have happened back in the 70s. I bet it was when they were 60s when there was only ones that were at 500. I wonder what the Millennium Falcon, it's a Millennium Falcon, what it is. I thought it was Millennium. It might be, is worth if it's still in the box. Every once in a while you see on eBay like Nintendo 64 still sealed. It's like $1,000. I saw something the other day. I can't remember what it was now, but it was amazing. It was going for like $800. But yeah, if you ever find anything with the still, even like the Wii U from 2015, when I had the box, it made it worth like $40 more, and people were just selling the box for 30, $40. So that's a big bolo. If you see like someone that has the original or the PS2 box and it's in good condition, and they don't have the PS2 anymore, but they still have the box and clean it out, keep that box. That box will sell for $40 pretty much every day. Trying to complete, they're trying to complete it so they can sell theirs for more. Yeah, vintage Star Wars will be hot forever. My buddy has a bunch of original that are still in the package. Yeah. That's like, yeah, the marketplace isn't as good around here, I don't think. But um, hopefully it gets better. I haven't put a bunch of stuff on. I need to. You've had those big walkers and sold them? No kidding. I always wanted one of those big walkers. I saw one of those cases one day. A guy had it. I think he had it for like 30 or I can't remember how much. He had it for quite a bit. And it's like, And I mean, I'd be buying that to keep. I don't know. He had a bunch of He-Man stuff, and so I went over. Because I mean, he had like 4 different cats, a bunch of accessories, a bunch of He-Mans, all the big stuff, everything but the castle. And I'm kind of stalking it, looking at it. There's a bunch of people around. I'm thinking, I'm adding up in my head like what I want to try to pay without making him mad, because when you're trying to buy a big bulk, you want a deal, but you know that he knows the deal. It's worth something too. And right when I was going, I talked to him. He starts putting it in a box. I'm like, are all these sold? And he goes, yeah, I just sold on Marketplace. I'm like, oh. I go, would $100 have been more? And he looked at me. He's like, oh. Like, dang it. I almost had it was probably $500 worth of He-Man stuff. But that's how you go. I was 10 seconds late. Yeah, a lot of that stuff in the garage sales, you wouldn't believe how many times I just missed it or just got there before someone else right behind me I saw that was looking for the same thing. And I've noticed a lot of things about garage sales. If you contact them and tell them you want that, they'll say it for you the next day. And because I've been to a lot of garage sales, I'm like, I was looking for that Xbox and the 3 games, like, oh, a guy told me he wanted it and he's already, people will like people almost always honor they told someone already, even if you want to give them more money. So that's another thing is contact them quick or be there fast, but don't annoy them by being there at 7:15 when they say clearly they don't open until 8. That pisses them off. Yeah. And that's why I did my channel, is because a bunch of people up in North Missouri don't realize some of those old toys are worth a ton. They're all still sitting in their closet because they want to throw them. Where I'm from, you don't throw things away. The Great Depression isn't that far away from our brains still, and they don't throw things away. And so that's why I really wanted my channel to help them to be able to pay off bills and for all those farmers, and like they knew how much their tools are worth. They're made in USA craftsman tools from their Snap-on tools. If they knew how much money those things were worth, they'd be selling them. They'd be selling all of them. That old craftsman stuff. It's awesome. So quick. Put it in a padded flat mailer. $8 out the door. And another thing people always talk about, like the shipping and the difference between Amazon and eBay and all that. I never have anybody complain about shipping. I've sold so many things, and like, no one says, "Oh, it's going to be shipping," because it's shipped to their door. It costs $3 to go clear across town, come back to my house to pick up whatever item might be. It's going to cost $3 in gas. So if anybody comes at me, I'm just going to be like, "It's delivered to your door." Like, it's a service. But most people just don't. And so, but there's a lot of resellers that always talk about shipping like it's something people don't want to do. Yeah, you might sort your stuff when you buy free shipping, but if you put free shipping when you sell, you're killing yourself. Once you get decent with shipping, you know how much something's gonna. You already have the shipping down when you bought the item. Once you get good at this stuff. He's building a castle. Yeah, you've been doing well. Yeah. That's another thing I've thought about doing on my Facebook is like, hey, I'm interested in buying such and such, such and such, such and such. If you guys have a collection, I'll come in, send me pictures, I'll send you cash. And I'm going to put that on my Facebook because that's the problem. And I know that the people in North Missouri should do all these things. It would help them. They have things that people around the rest of the United States don't have, and their cost of living is so cheap. Reselling business would be awesome there. But most people are just lazy. They just rather you do it. They don't want to think about it. A lot of farmers, they work so much, they don't have any energy left, and mental energy, um, and physical. So I've realized I just need to be the guy that comes in there and says, "Hey, I'll just give you cash for that lump of stuff. Give it to me." And I think people will do it. I've had people do that with me with consignment, but I've realized I don't want to do consignment anymore. I'd rather just buy it from them and be done with it. Consignment, you have to go back and talk to them, and it's just a pain in the ass for them and you. You might as well just give them their money, you know. And you got to wait for it. You got to, like with consignment, you got to wait for it for 30 days to make sure they don't return it, because otherwise, then you're out the money. So the consignments, I can't believe people have a consignment store where they do that. Oh, that sounds awful. You think they just want to buy it straight from them? Yeah, I intentionally I planned on I have about 4 VCRs over there. I plan on listing those just because I want to know how to ship them. I sold 3 golf clubs this weekend just because I want to ship them. And I put all those golf clubs up this weekend. They sold quick. And I think golf clubs are becoming a way bigger thing on eBay. When I first started doing it, people didn't buy a lot on there, but people are really looking for golf clubs on there now because I think it's the climate. People aren't wanting to go to the stores to buy it, and they're buying replacements instead of buying a whole new set. And I have a ton of clubs because like most of y'all don't know, that's my of all the things I do, honestly, guitar and golf is close to being the same. Like I'm not anymore, but when I'm trained and playing a lot, I am good at golf. I can play with a lot of people. So I know a lot about golf clubs, but so I have a bunch that I need to sell. So I have a I have a big death pile, I guess, that I didn't even know I had. Um, but when it comes to golf clubs, the first things to sell are pitching wedges and 9 irons, which is good because those fit into one box, which is easier to ship. But if you buy the right boxes off of well, you don't have to buy them. The free USPS, if you order the right ones from USPS when you have a free account, simple. I've got them right there, ready to go. And then you could and then watch some videos. Don't let it scare you. I think jewelry would be easy. I love shipping jewelry, just a little padded bubble mailer out the door. Um, Jewelry would be a great thing to specialize in because you could easily put them in. Like, this is what I do. See all those? I guess you can't really see it that good, but all my totes, like I have eBay listed. These are all like stickers. These are eBay listed promo stuff. My baseball that's listed, eBay, basketball, football that's all listed. And these are things to list on eBay. These are all my Chiefs cards. So I kind of do it like this. So like if you kind of had a system like that for jewelry, it would be pretty easy to keep stocked and to easier to handle and like categorize. And I would just like I do. I just have these. I think I got these like 100 at a time for $5. I use these for cards because every card I send out, I put an extra one of these on it to keep it from in case it gets water, just in case. But I would just, blah, 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 blah. You could probably just marker it on the outside, have it in the right bin A or whatever. And jewelry would be easy to store and ship and stuff, I think. I need to have it for my antique booth. I need to get on that. I need to buy. I just need to buy a big bulk from someone and just do it. That's what I usually do. I want to know how to sell trucker hats. I bought a bunch and sold them. Now I know. And that's what I do with everything. I bought some granny panties. That's actually what I should be listing today. I'll do it today. Buy a bunch of records, then I'll start. And what's great about records is you have to research what you're selling. I get to research music. Oh no. So I'm going to start really specializing more into records and old media. I'm going to make that my antique booth. Have one side just cool antique stuff, and then another side just all records, tapes, CDs, whatever. VHS. I've got some cool VHS, like what do you call it? Ozfest, like live music. I have some really cool stuff that I don't even want to sell, but I know that other people would want to buy it too. When I know I don't want to sell it, that's when I sell it because I know it'll sell. I've gotten better at that. And, it's one of those things Pirate Mike has really taught me over the years. And I've already know, you already know this with other things, but I've really translated it into this. It's like, you got to let go of things or those things won't come back to you. If you hold on tight, you don't expect it to ever come. But when you let go of it, it'll come back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've noticed if I like I didn't want to sell my Vita Blue autograph because I don't have one, but I know someone else wants Vita Blue more than I do. I just want it because he's a Hall of Famer. Put it out, it sold. As hat I had, and then a couple weeks later, I got an auction where there was a Magic Johnson autograph and 2 Vita Blue autographs, and I'm like, well, I know it sells. I know someone in my area that likes Vita Blue. I still don't have Vita Blue, but I want the Magic Johnson, so I'm going to grab that, all those, sell the Vita Blues, keep the Magic Johnson. I bought all of it for $75, and I've already sold one of the Vita Blues for $50. So that's kind of things I like to do. So I'm like Harry in a way. I sell to collect to sell. You know what I mean? So it kind of, I don't know. I find it fun. It's like a game inside the game. And now I get to where I want it really bad and don't want to sell it. And then I'm over it after like a week. It used to be like it'd take a year. And so I've gotten better at not holding things. But if there's some things that I know that I almost never find again, I don't sell those. I had this cool oil lamp from like the 1800s that was on a Frisco train that was in the captain's sleeping quarters. I'm never going to sell that. I've got an antique record player down here that's got the tubes and everything. The old Victrolas that were like around the Great Depression were the only ones that were. These were the ones that were only at a school because they could afford it and have it. You know what I mean? And it's cool because it still works, but the tubes, I know I can replace all that stuff. And one day I'm going to have that all replaced. I got it for, I can't remember how much I paid, but it was like 10 to $20 for that one day. And I know I'll never find one of those again, so I'm keeping that. And there's a few things, but most things, you can find again. And I find that if I let go of one, 2 come to me. Has anybody else ever noticed that? I've noticed that more and more. Like, I didn't want to sell that Vita Blue. It was a hat autograph I got from Pirate Auctions. Sold it, bought it for 15, sold it for 35, 30. I can't remember because I just didn't know if it even sell here. And then when I knew it sold, 2 came to me, and then it helped me buy the Magic Johnson autograph I want to keep because Magic Johnson autographs aren't that, they're kind of rare. So I'm on my soapbox over here, not even noticing. Can't dangle. A Daigle. I don't know why I would say dangle. Is that because of the Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911? God, I love that show. That was a great show. It was kind of underrated, honestly. That's one of those things. I really liked Kevin Commonwealth Picker. One of the reasons I liked why I stuck around his channel for so long, I think, was he liked baseball and he showed the shipping at the end. And at the beginning, I was in that area where I needed to know that shipping. And what I found was it was really just the setup. His setup was so good. That's what made the shipping easier. And I started realizing, okay, I just need to have a good setup, a few things that he has that I needed to buy. And, that was pretty valuable. Yeah, I hear you. We all get that fear, but I just throw myself in there and do it. You know what I've realized about being scared? It's the same feeling as being excited. It's just how you take it. It's the same feeling. And so you don't realize people are just, if you don't know the outcome, it's scary, but it's also exciting. And what you find is, well, I don't know, I'm addicted to it, honestly. And it's actually a fault of mine now in a way that I want to try everything. I want to learn everything. I want to fall down over and over again, learning something new all the time. And which makes it where I don't focus on one thing, but I just like learning. I don't know. I don't know. That's just the way I am, I guess. At this point, I'm just going to go with it. Yeah, I understand all that. But like I said, I always think about it as, what did I pay for it? I'm not losing $50 if it breaks. I'm losing the 10 I put into it. But I mean, like this, this packing stuff that Tim doesn't even. Tim uses this sometimes. He uses the really good stuff, but this stuff, it is the big bubble. If you double wrap this and you put extra stuff around it, I don't know how stuff gets broken. I mean, they would have to step on it. I don't know. Um, I've not sent a lot of things out to get, but I've sent a few things, and I've never had any problems. I know Harry's had some problems. I don't know. I like to see if I can not fail sometimes. I don't care what people think. So that's what also helps me, because most people, I think, don't like to fail because they're just worried about how other people are thinking about them. It's not that they really don't want to fail. They just don't want people to think of them as a failure. So if you don't think of yourself as a failure, you won't think the same way. That's how, I mean, it's just something I've realized over time. Screw what people think. They're all dumb. Most of the people that you're like listening to are people that barely graduated high school. So make sure you're listening to the right people. If you wouldn't take their advice, don't listen to their advice about who you are. You know what I mean? And don't do things for what they make you feel like you should do. I'm a preacher's son. I know the feeling of like being wanted to do certain things the way they want you to do them. Yeah, it just takes practice. I can't disagree. It'd be a little preachy, wouldn't I? Self-righteous. I got that a lot when I was a kid. Your parents just think they're better than everybody, huh? You get older, you're like, oh, I see where people are coming from, but well, almost out of coffee. That means we're gonna have to stop this live. I don't know if there's any auctions going on. Is there any auctions going on? I've got these really cool. It's funny you mentioned that because I've been planning on selling these, listing them. Oh wait, you can never see them in those stupid light. But these Vaseline glass that Tim got me, they're so cool. I wish they could. You can never see it on here because of my lights, but it looks so neat. I can't wait to try to take a good picture of it and see if it sells because of the glowing, you know. But so I'll be shipping these off, so that should be interesting. I got this big bowl too in there. I got those from Tim. So we'll see if I can pack it and not break. See if I need some help. Since I don't know a thing about this, I got a bunch of this crap from Pirate one day. It was just going so cheap, I felt like I had to buy it. It's like old lingerie, all kinds of crap. Thigh high, sheer toe. I don't even know what this crap is. I guess vintage. Nordstrom's. What the heck? What did he give me? That looks totally 80s. Champion. It's like all colorful. It's gonna be fun shipping these out. At least they have tags so I know so I can identify them. I can see them gym. Is it like workout leotards? What's this? Like I said, I don't want to sell this, but I figured I just needed to try something different. I don't know. I looked at his store. He's selling all this stupid crap. Are these? Fap. It's got like cups in it. Ooh, here's a nice nightgown. Harry'd look good in that, right? It's even got a little gold heart there. Maybe I should just put a lot and just have someone lot this up and freaking sell it in bulk. That's not bad. That's like a slimming. What was that one? Dan Marino had all those commercials. Isotoner. Hot pink and frilly. It's like what did I buy? What is that? This can't sell. Does this sell? All right. For little girls, maybe? I just needed to put this in a lot. Tank tops, workout clothes. I see why it was worth $30. What is everybody saying here? Gotta try it all, Harry style. Two and do. I think it is. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That frilly, the pink and the red thing. It does. It does look like a skaters' uniforms. That's funny. Fabletics. I've been known. Never mind. Well, I could take a few different ways. That's funny stuff. I can't wait till it sells. That'd be a good thumbnail. And the green one. Oh, yeah. The big frills. I'm going to do a 2 and 2 and go try it on. Actually, the pink one might. I like the one with the garter belts. That actually is pretty hot. That would look good. Well, I'm out of coffee, so I'm going to have to go now. His new grass cutting. Nobody's judging. Hey, how's it going, Reseller Rowboat? They're just trying to talk me into trying on some of the nightgowns I'm gonna be selling. That's good stuff. I need to pin that comment. Wearing those gloves. Oh shit. It's with butts. I told my buddy I need some assless chaps. Because I needed to protect my legs from all the grass clippings. I guess I need to protect the junk. No one needs things to be, because you always go on the side. Well, I better get off of here. Thanks for keeping me entertained, and I can't try it on. My nephews might watch this one day. What's wrong with Uncle Anthony? Rachel. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. I'll see you in the chats. Good to see you, Tracy. I hadn't seen you in chats for a while. If I had super chats, I'd have to oblige with super chats, right? I've done some crazy things in my life. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. My friend's in Austin, and she said she got power back yesterday, I think it was. She showed us a picture of like 8 containers of snow that she had taken because her pipes are frozen. But I guess you guys will be on Tuesday maybe. But all right, thanks, y'all. Appreciate you for joining, and grind on, friends.